Pace, bounce, very, very tough to predict. Batters have struggled to pick him. That economy is just under 9. But just look at the wickets versus matches. He's a strike bowler. He's someone who gets you wickets here with the best of 4 for 24.
Now, Bangladesh will be hoping that this partnership, which is worth 20 runs, it has come in only 10 deliveries, continues. They're in desperate need of a big partnership here.
Interestingly for Matisha Patirana, just the second game in 2025. He had a game against Zimbabwe and he's playing here. He's already started to work up a good hit of steam.
Now, these are the boundaries. This is a lovely chip from Litton Dad. Then it goes shimmy down the wicket, curve the wicket on the offside. And this was intentionally played, deft touch. There was a third fielder, which was a little bit wider.
Played fine. There is a fielder. You'll expect that for Matisha. Can be a little bit wayward. But the point about him is that he is a wicket taker. He gets you wickets. Surprises the batter. And well, not the greatest power play as far as Bangladesh is concerned. One Tushara striking early. Then Chamira in the very next over. This should have been taken. Not taken, but Ridoy just couldn't really make capital gains out of it. Unfortunately run out. But this is the catch we're talking about. Janita Lanka was not stable. Then Dasun Shanaka's over, giving Bangladesh that little bit of impetus that they're looking for.
Yeah, they bowled really well. I thought they hit the areas. Again, a bit of a mix-up here. And they need to be careful and watchful here. The batters, they don't want to see another run out going their way. Yeah, they bowled well. On the money. They had both the openers out without any runs on the board. This is what happened in the previous delivery. Ricocheting of the stumps and then going for the single. Direct hit the non-striker's end.
Will that be called a wide? I think it is a wide. The Patiran has been a little bit wayward. Sri Lankan seamers, they've been very, very disciplined. I must say, Nuwan Tushara stuck to his general plan, going full and looking to swing, whilst Chamira was slightly back of a length. This tells you the story. Look at the accuracy. Look at the two deliveries that got those wickets. Tushara was going full. Chamira just back of a length. Runs. Another single.
It looks like the ball is nicely coming onto the bat. There is a hint of movement also. So there is something for the seamers. Problem for Bangladesh is that they already lost 3 wickets and they had, but they have the depth in batting. 25 runs in 50. 15 deliveries. So far, only pace being introduced.
No, I don't think he touched anything. It's a dot ball to end the over. 7 done, 36 for 3.
When you run a business, great communication is vital.
I just transfer you. I think I just cut them off.
Welcome to the all-new Hi 4, the business phone that's refreshingly easy to use. Now with new features like two-touch call transfer and the ability to listen to call recordings directly from your phone. As always, it's all backed up by our UK-based support. Find out more at hihi.co.uk. Hi. Hi.
36 for 3 and Leighton Das, the key here, 20 of 18. Lot will depend on him. We do know that he did play a wonderful innings in that last game, in the first game that Bangladesh played against Hong Kong, China. And here, lot will depend on the skipper. Manidu Hasaranga comes back after injury. Missed that Zimbabwe tour, but Sri Lanka would be pleased to have him. That's a look at what the batting to come. Zakir, Shamim and Rishad. All of them quite decent strike rates at 6, 7 and 8. Right, he starts off with that reverse. At least 3, I think. In fact, they'll be happy with 2.
A spin being introduced for the very first time in the 8th over. Keep a close eye on someone like Vanindo Hasaranga because he's playing after a while. He's gone through a few injuries. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes here for Sri Lanka. Seamers have done their job for sure.
I think they're asking, given. So he strikes. Well, he doesn't believe it. Is he thinking it was outside the line? Let's see. Will they review it? They're having a chat. Thinking about it. Well, I don't think he's confident, the captain. Well, he's accepted the verdict. So Vanidu Hasaranga strikes in his very first over. In fact, with the second delivery. Mahedi, 9 of 7.
Well, the first one was a little bit wider. Have a look at this second delivery on the money and dead straight. Yep, plumb in front. No problems whatsoever. They had a bit of a chat, thinking about whether to take the review or not. And a good decision not to take the review. What a start for Hasaranga. It's been terrific. Sri Lanka with the ball. Mahdi goes for 9. Bangladesh in all sorts of trouble. 38 for 4.
We like the way you show you care. We like the way you're always there. But most of all, we like the way you move. We like the way you move.
Time to enjoy, time to deliver.
Simply sensational.
We are all set. It's unscripted drama at its unpredictable best.
Chakarelli in. And 26 is the striker. He's already got a couple of 350s. Nice of unbeaten 72 to be picked up in Kingstown. They need to do something special here.
Again, how about this? It has been upheld. It is Leighton Das. That's a huge scalp, I'll tell you. Well, I'm sure he'll consider going upstairs, Leighton Das. He's taken it. In fact, he's gone upstairs.
TV umpire director, we have a player review for LBW. On-field decision is out. I have checked the feeder's fair delivery. Move on to front on, please. Keep rolling. Ball is close to the bat. Ultra right, please. Oh, exactly. Can you please freeze? There is a clear spike when ball is next to the bat. I don't see any gap between bat and ball. Bat and ball. Going back to Fazal on field. Fazal, you need to change your decision to not out. You're on screen single, not out now.
Well, he was spontaneous, wasn't he? And also the Sri Lankan body language. If you saw that, they had some doubts. Didn't think Wanidhu Hasaranga was confident. They were talking about this possibility, but a massive moment for Bangladesh as Litun Das gets a reprieve with that inside edge.
What a start. What a start for Hasaranga.
Oh!
It's difficult for the batters to pick up those leg spinner, the flipper. The wrong one is bowled beautifully. Yeah, that's the appeal. And straight away when he was given, he knew he had a bit of a bat on that. Straight away went upstairs.
Last ball of the over. There goes the sweep. And he's picked the gap and it's a boundary to end the over. 8 done. 43 for 4. Four wickets in the first 8 overs. Start has really affected this innings. Now it's all about being able to navigate the next 12. How can Bangladesh come back into the game? Chanaka to the onside. He wants to, won't get it. But Robin, it's been wickets galore. Now, how can they crawl back?
It's a lot of pressure on the Bangladesh batting side. Lost 4 wickets, some pretty poor shots, and some pretty brilliant fielding as well. Litton Das, if you saw the last ball, great little sweep shot, a nice boundary. But this partnership between Das and Jacko is going to be very crucial. They need to crawl their way back. With bowlers like Shanaka, it could be possible.
He wants to, that's brilliant. That is lovely weighted shot and then being able to sprint back.
And that's what they got to do. Yeah. Low risk cricket, run well between the wickets, build partnerships, mini partnerships to proper major partnerships. And so these two are going to be crucial if they're going to get a score on this wicket. Because batting here in Abu Dhabi, as we all know, is really simple, really easy. 60% of times, teams batting second end up winning the game.
Outside off stump, cuts it straight to the fielder. We've seen a lot of this from Bangladesh, finding the fielders.
Sri Lanka have been great on the field today. Fielded well, intensity has been great. There have been a couple of drop catches, but besides that, the intent has been fantastic. The energy has been great.
Quite potent throughout the innings. On the attack.
Lip in place for Hasaranga. On the leg side that time around, but Hasaranga is such a crucial player for Sri Lanka, especially in the UAE. For obvious reasons, have that player spotlight on him.
Never a doubt of the potential of Hasaranga, the bowler, an outstanding bowler. Now the sweep shot in the gap. They probably get only one. But Hasaranga, the batter, Basit, has seldom lived up to his potential. He has a tremendous potential as a batter, and I think Sri Lanka would love for that to come to the fore in this tournament.
In UAE, he is quite special. That's why it was important for him to get fit and be available for Sri Lanka. T20 World Cup 2021, he was fabulous. Got 16 wickets, an average of just 9 points. Somehow these conditions really suit him. Like that. Another one that has turned back in now. Has that hit the stumps? Because Hasaranga was celebrating.
It hit the stumps, for sure, because it went up, the lights went up. I don't think the bails got dislodged there. Interesting. Very interesting. Often a conversation about how heavy those bails are. And this is a windy place, Abu Dhabi. Not quite sure if it actually got the inside edge on the way. Oh, no, it didn't. And it actually did snake that off stump and lit up the off stump. Look how disappointed Mendes is. A great little catch off the stump there from him.
Yeah, everybody started celebrating and then realized. I know you're a big fan of technology, but
Gotta take the good with the bad. But there you go. It lit up all right. But that Bill said, I'm not going anywhere tonight unless you dislodge me properly. See, when he's bowling, so much of doubt in the batter's mind that they're almost very circumspect with the way they approach batting to him. Not sure what's quite coming out of the hand.
reverse sweep, and he's on the charge again. A huge appeal. Faisal Afridi says no. There'll be a discussion. Hasaranga feels he's got another. They go upstairs.
TV umpire to director. We have a player review for court. On-field decision is not out. I have checked the feet. It's fair delivery. Move on to front on, please. Okay. Ball appears to hit the gloves. Can we confirm it with ultra, please? Okay. Stand by, guys, waiting for ultra edge. gloves. I want to see the completion of catch as well. Yeah, thank you. There is a clear gloves involved. Going back to Faisal on field. Faisal, you need to change your decision to out. Your on-screen signal out.
Decision overturned. Hasaranga.